and welcome to this episode of Catching Up with Yoseka Stationery.
So casual.
Happy Sunday. It is Sunday for us, but happy whatever day of the week it is when you're watching this for you guys.
Yeah.
Here at Yoseka, we have had an eventful week, literally.
Wow.
There's a lot of stuff going on at Yoseka Land, a lot of exciting stuff, and Neil and I have pretty much been busy working on all of these events.
Yeah.
And I guess, you know, like you and I have talked about this, Neil, but I don't know if we've shared it with everybody. Like for me, I feel like Yoseka Land is like, it's almost like going back to the beginning of Yoseka because it's like we're trying to build something new with all of these events and in a new space.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me feel a little bit nostalgic for like our old days because, you know, it's like back to like a lot of it is like just me and you figuring out like, oh, how are we gonna like, you know, put this desk here or like, you know, like display this thing. So it kind of brings me back.
Yeah, it definitely brings me back to when we worked together a lot of time to figure out how things work.
Yeah.
And I also think this is also the opportunity when I think about why we're doing this. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important for me to talk to people who stop by, who swing by, and listen to them, and then kind of show in a way that this is what I truly believe. Mm-hmm. Like, why are we doing this event?
Right.
Why is it just to showcase? Why is it not for selling? Why is it not a different store? Why is it just for experience? Why is it just for people to try out and learn more about stationery?
Right.
Because that's what drove us to start it at first.
Right.
And I think it kind of reminds me of, you know, you don't always get this chance to go all the way back. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a good opportunity to rethink that every day. Mm-hmm. Well, of course, the rest of the Yoseka is still running fine.
Well, that's what I was going to say next, is that this is sort of a testament to our entire team at Yoseka because we finally feel like, Neil and I feel like the storefront team is doing great, handling everything going on in the shop, like, you know, bringing in new products that we add and training new team members all the time and just like keeping the store running. And then over at the warehouse, we have our fulfillment team and our product team, and they're doing a great job with everything as well, which gives me and Neil a little bit of space to think about like what can we do next at Yoseka? Yeah. So these days we've been working a lot on events at Yoseka Land, and we've been working on, you know, thinking about Stationery Fest a lot as well. Yeah. And for me, I'm doing a lot of interviewing, hiring and things like that, trying to grow the team. And yeah, it's all been really fun, and that's kind of what's been like filling our days. And this past week, I have actually worked on our team page.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
yes, it looks great.
You did that. You figured out a lot of it.
You did. Did you feel all the content?
Yeah. So together we did the team page. So be sure to check that out on Yoseka Stationery's website. Now I think you have to scroll all the way to the bottom to see like Team Yoseka, and then you can look at everybody's bios and everybody's pictures, and those are a lot of our team members. If you want to learn a little bit about the people behind Yoseka. How's your week been?
My week has been
busy.
My week has been busy. It's been fun. I think because of the area that we are kind of heading towards. With Yoseka, I think I've been talking to more people that with very professional experience, and for me it's very refreshing. I spoke to someone who's very great illustrator, and then I had dinner with someone who was like working in different things and speaking about where stationery could take, and then different type of opportunity.
So many meetings.
Not meeting. I mean, meeting sounds boring, but for me, it's like a different way to connect with people.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know, but I used to be a software engineer. And when
it says that on the bio.
It does.
It does.
Right. And when we first started doing pop-up, that was actually one thing I talked about a lot.
Yeah.
It was like, I was happy to do like 7 days a week because I would speak to very, very little people.
As a software engineer.
As a software engineer.
Yeah.
But when I do speak to people, it was mostly like, it's like remote.
Yeah.
Speaking through email chat.
I think you really do get a lot of inspiration from conversations with people. Like you really, really do.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we're all like that, but I know you are especially like that. So you must have a lot of new ideas now. Get ready, everybody.
So I enjoy that part of my week where I met a couple of new people that never, first time meeting them.
Yeah.
And then talking more in depth, sharing different knowledge. And I think that was amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Yeah. So over at Yoseka Land this week, part of why we have been so busy this week, and I think a big part of why we've been so inspired this week, is because we launched 2 events. So we had our Techo Kaigi workshop with Victoria Kirst from Pouch Magazine, and that was really, really fun for me because that was kind of like the first time that I felt so collaboratively involved in a workshop where I reached out to Victoria actually and I asked her, would you want to teach a workshop during planner season about planners? And she just like pitched me all these ideas, and together we chose Techo Kaigi workshop and really brainstormed what the best format would be for that workshop. And it was so much fun. I think Techo Kaigi is like, it means notebook meeting for those of you who don't know, and it's basically an opportunity for people to look at the notebooks and planners they've been using this year, come to like reflect on what their processes have been, what they wish was different, what they liked about it, and then think about what changes they're going to bring into next year. So doing that in a group setting in the workshops was really, really cool to see. And we kind of do that every year at Yoseka. We do Techo Kaigi videos with our team. So I think for me, like Techo Kaigi is like always really fun. It means a lot to me. It's like a special tradition here at Yoseka. Not that we started it or anything, we just kind of like picked up on a little trend that was happening in the community and started it here at Yoseka. So it was really fun for me to be able to bring more people into this sort of Yoseka tradition. So that was great, and we hope to do another one sometime soon. Be on the lookout for details. And then we also started Planner Marche this past weekend, October 4th. It's going from October 4th to 19th, Wednesdays to Sundays, 1 to 7 p.m. And that is where well, you explain it, Neil. It was kind of like your concept, your idea.
Oh my God. Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
So imagine when you walk into the room.
Oh, you're pitching. I wasn't expecting this. Okay. You've already sold me, but I guess you guys need to be sold on it.
I think a lot of you have already know about it.
Yeah.
So the idea is, imagine you walk into a room with all different planner, different layout that you are now aware of. So flipping through different pages while thinking about what's the year ahead to give you a little inspiration of how your life can be more organized, more planned. So give you a little different idea. Just switching around to say, hey, with this format, maybe I can take on this project. Maybe this part of the budgeting can be more organized, more well planned. So that's what this event is about. So we currently feature more than 100 different planners there, more than 100 different layouts. So which is kind of crazy. So of course you will run into a lot of like monthly, weekly, daily layout that you've seen and looked at before.
Right.
In this event, you can actually touch it and feel it, and also try to pen. So it's between hardcover, soft cover.
Yeah, different sizes.
But aside from that, I think the takeaway I want people to get out of this is be inspired by what your 2026 can be different with different type of planners. Disclosure, we don't have a lot of things. We don't sell a lot of these planners at the Planner Marche.
Right. These are planners that we, for the most part, we don't carry them.
Yeah. So we, first day of event yesterday, we actually got a lot of questions. From where can we get this? And then unfortunately we don't sell them. So because the purpose of this is just for people to come and experience them. That being said, I think some of the layout is also to take inspiration from. If you cannot get this planner, maybe by looking at this can inspire you to use your current blank notebook or line notebook differently. And that's what this is. Like, you can take some ideas out of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's what I was telling one person, is that like you can kind of make this format yourself in whatever like notebook or even planner that you already have and just see if it works well for you. It's more of just like getting ideas. So yeah, I think it's really, really cool. We have cataloged over 100 planners and it's really amazing. I feel like we can do a research paper on planners.
Yeah. Which we have a list going on right now. It's a lot of them.
Right? Like, you know, like how Hobby Shumi no Bungubaku does like the ink trifold like thing. We could do that on planners, on layouts and sizes, paper type. Like, oh my god, but anyway, come to Planner Marche if you are in the area between October 4th and 19th on Wednesdays to Sundays from 1 to 7 p.m. We hope to see you there. We hope you can learn about something new about planners while you're there. Okay, so other than that, we do have some newly added stationery this week as well, starting with, do you want to start with the new Vanishing Point?
I get to start?
Yeah, you get to start.
Oh my god.
Take it away. I'm gonna leave now. You can take over.
I'm glad. This kind of reminds me in our team, in our warehouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Somehow this started this week. Every time someone goes through their status update, there's a round of applause
during the meeting, everybody just like claps for each other. It's really cute.
Yeah. It makes everyone feel very special. So here, what I have is the latest Vanishing Point limited edition.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
It's matte.
It's matte blue. It comes with this box, actually. Yeah, like this.
So fancy.
I know.
Wow. Okay, so this is the yearly limited edition Vanishing Point?
That's right. So this year is 2025.
Correct.
So they make 2025.
Yeah. And there's a serial number here.
Yeah, they always do this. They always do this. So every year I talk about this and like, oh, yeah, the serial number is right here. A very small one.
Yeah. Where is it? Which number is this?
Oh my god.
Here. It's right here. Out of 2025, this one is 675.
675, okay. So that's the numbers thing about this year. And specifically, this one is called Midnight Link. And this is a pattern that they have used a couple times in the past. This is using the technique called, I'm gonna have Daisy say the name. What is it called again?
The guilloche.
Guilloche?
Yeah.
Okay, guilloche.
Is that the technique, or is that what this pattern is called? I thought this was what the pattern was called, guilloche.
This pattern is called guilloche. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This pattern is called guilloche. Yeah.
Neil was rehearsing that word so many times before
it's a hard
we
word.
started catching up.
It's a hard word for TS, for ESL student. So it's a technique starting in France, apparently.
Yeah.
A couple hundred years ago.
Right.
And I also look up what that really means. It's a turning method called engine turning.
Yeah.
So engine turning is a way for you to make more pattern that's more a structured pattern across a surface.
Right,
I think
like this.
That's a better way to describe it.
It's very uniform.
Yeah.
all across the surface of this pen.
Yeah, I guess back in the day, right now it probably is like machine done, but back in the day it was probably a lot more complicated to do it by hand. So that's what makes it special with the history.
Cool.
And then a couple years ago, they released this one in black version. Yeah, so that one was called Black Link, and this one is called Midnight Link. Yeah. So there you go.
It's really cool. It looks like the other matte editions of the Vanishing Point, but with like another special feature on it. And I think some people also really like the guilloche because it makes the pen a little bit more grippy. Like it doesn't, when you're gripping it, it doesn't roll around or move in your hand as much because it has something textured to grip onto. So, I don't know, check out the new Vanishing Points, limited edition 2025.
Some people are going to ask about, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen, there's a Decimo 20th anniversary. We can put a picture
of it
here. It looks like...
is that the gradation?
Gradation with like star... Wait.
1 second.
Here.
Oh, wow, look at your memory.
So this one. And this one is coming. And we'll be getting this. This is the 20th anniversary of Decimo.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is cool. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So we will also be getting this. I don't remember the time, but we will.
Wait, is that related to this? Because they do look, this is all both Pilot.
This is the timeline pen.
Yeah, but is it like a similar release? Because it's a very similar gradation.
It is together.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is together. This is their timeline pen. This is the 20th anniversary Decimo. So they just make these two pens together.
Wow.
Yeah, this pen twists the back to push the tip out.
It's like a ballpoint.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Vanishing Point.
Kind of like a Vanishing Point. I see. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay. So there you go.
Okay, so we're getting those, but you don't know when exactly yet.
I don't know.
Okay, okay, stay tuned. Okay, so other than that, I will show you guys some new ink that we have from Lennon Toolbar. This is, I think, part 4 of their Let's Go on a Trip series.
Oh my god.
4th year.
This is 4th year.
Maybe, that sounds about right. So there's this green one called Green Island, 2025 Autumn Limited. This is Orchid Island.
Yeah.
This is this is Liu Chu.
Yeah.
And this one is Ping Hu. So these Let's Go on a Trip series by Lennon Toolbar have always kind of picked different destinations within Taiwan to feature and make an ink out of.
Yeah.
So these 4 are looking at some offshore islands because Taiwan is like an island nation.
Yeah.
So these are like offshore islands.
Right, tiny islands.
Do you know about these?
Taiwan. Yeah. These are islands that I don't think a lot of people really go to.
Yeah.
Unless there's a special opportunity. Like I've never been to any of those.
What's there? Just like a lot of nature.
What's there? Some political controversy.
Oh, okay. That's what's there.
Some nuclear waste.
Oh, God.
Some, lots of things going on. Of course, nature.
Okay,
out
these are
there.
like contested islands.
Not contested.
Oh.
They are just more remote.
Oh, okay.
Out there, and of course, runs into some issues, but of the nature part, that's it's beautiful out there, and it's a little far away, so it's not in the if you ask me how to get there, I actually don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Lennon Toolbar is hoping that more people know about them, I guess.
Yeah.
Featuring them on these inks.
Those are fun islands.
Yeah.
In Taiwan that I wish I can travel to.
I really like this ink.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Pilot Iroshizuku Ajisai, which is the hydrangea color. This one's really pretty. They're kind of like, a blue, a red. It's kind of funny because I was talking to Stephanie and she goes, they're boring colors this time. But I was like, I think they're nice colors on their own, but they don't, I guess, like, we're used to, like, Lennon Toolbar sometimes making, like, really shading inks.
Yeah.
But these are not particularly shading or anything, but I do have to say, like, some people don't like shading. I've heard people say, like, they don't like shading before. So if you're looking for an ink that really doesn't really shade, but is just, like, a nice solid color, these might be good for you, actually.
Right, I kind of like the color pick of these.
You like them?
Yeah, I do. It really gives me like a it's like if you put these islands to a color, this feels like, you know, like before I didn't really have an imagination for these, and then these really feels like, oh, it gives a good.
So it's like knowing the island,
knowing the name, knowing the island,
okay.
and then now you give like a color that matches to it.
Yeah.
I feel it gives you like another layer of meaning to it.
So you think it does kind of match?
It's like, yes, it feels right
Okay.
to it, and it does make me want to go there.
Does?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Wow. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that insight.
Yeah,
From the Taiwanese.
There's one island with like the type of fish that I don't remember which one it is.
Oh.
There's one, maybe it's not here, maybe it's there. There's one that is famous for this fish that's like, it flies out of the sea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The flying fish.
Yeah, flying fish.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen that, but I've heard of flying fish before.
Yeah. There's one of them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. So that's from Lennon Toolbar. And then other than that, we also have some new, where should I go? We have some new planners. We have some new planners from Leuchtturm. And I was quite excited to see these, actually. Let me go grab them. Okay, so A5 in a whole stack of beautiful colors. So they're your typical Leuchtturm kind of like hard cover with the closure.
Why do you do this?
That shows how hard it is. Okay, it's a hardcover with the closure strap over here. And I'm happy to announce that these are academic week planners.
Yeah.
You guys have been asking us for academic calendar planners for so long.
In store, in store we get a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I mean, I once in a while online too.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that we finally have them. They go from July of one year to December of the next year.
Wow.
And they are a vertical format on the inside.
Wait, July 2025? So it's already started?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
So they're a vertical like this with a timetable, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., 10 p.m. I know the rest of the world does time like this, but this really throws me off. Like, I have to do the subtraction every single time.
Wait, does the rest of the world do that?
Wait,
because
doesn't it?
It's funny because yesterday at Planet Marche, someone was having this conversation and they were like, only America does this.
I think so, because every time I schedule like a meeting with somebody in Japan, they refer to time like this.
No, they're saying only America does like the military time.
Wait, really? Oh.
That's what they say. And then they were like, oh, I have to adjust it.
Wait.
I have to do this.
Oh, they're saying the opposite.
Yeah, they're saying
I'm not sure. But every time, like I said, every time I schedule a meeting with a Japanese person, they're always, maybe they do this just to be super considerate and clear. Or maybe they think Americans do it. I don't know. I don't know. I always just say 7 p.m., 7 a.m., and then I have to do the math in my head, and it really is confusing. So anyway, this is the vertical layout of these Leuchtturms. Yeah, this is so different from the usual, like, aesthetic of a planner that I use, I guess. It's very, like, I don't know, it's very not, like, very different from Hobonichi, even though Hobonichi does use, like, a vertical like that as well. It's very professional, I guess. I'm getting, like, professional vibes from it. Yeah. So I like it. Let us know what you think. So we have these in A5, and then Leuchtturm also has these.
They call it pocket size, right?
No, they call it wallet size.
A wallet size.
Yeah, so it's wallet size.
And this is like the Hobonichi Weeks
It's really a lot like the Hobonichi Weeks size. And also the format is pretty much exactly like Hobonichi Weeks as well. But it's kind of just like if you prefer to have English, I guess. And if you prefer what this looks like on the inside, it's a little bit of a simpler page because it's not grid, it's more blank space. And this one is not the academic. It's 12 months, 2026. So these start January to December 2026. So yeah, we have new planners from Leuchtturm. Check it out. And these are also at Planner Marche. They're included in Planner Marche. Next up, we have some new pens from Sailor.
Okay.
Some new found pens from Sailor. These are the Ninja, like the continuation of the Ninja series.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
You ready for the name?
I'm not ready for the name.
Okay. Well, disclaimer. This is getting hard to remember.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I have them here. So there's 4 pens.
So we're gonna look around. We're gonna look up the names. They're just hard to remember.
I know this one. This is Katana. Because these are like the Ninja series. These are 1911S pens.
Yeah.
So it's like the smaller, not the 1911L, the 1911S. And they have maki bodies on them, but this is UB maki. So that's different from hand-done maki because I believe UB maki is like screen printed.
They are screen printed, but they have to finish off the detail by hand.
Finishing off the details by hand. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what this is. So I believe like the smaller ones, like the gold, those things has to be finished off by hand.
Okay.
To make sure the precision is there.
I feel like like these dots.
Yeah.
I think that's where the handwork would be done, but probably not like these large prints.
Yeah, and then I think sometimes they do add like a little, like on the Princess pen, it is UB Maki, but then they do have like a
They have Raiden,
Yeah.
but this doesn't have Raiden.
Right.
Not this one, but the Raiden would have to be like inlaid by hand.
Yeah, but then it's just like one tiny piece.
Yeah. So this is Ninja series, and they obviously feature traditional Japanese historical ninjas.
Yeah.
This one is called Katana. So this time the series is sort of highlighting the ninja weapons. Right, so this one is called Katana, and obviously this is like the sword that the ninja uses. So this is this one. It has like a black ion trim. Kind of cool looking. Okay, that's one of them. There's 4 pens in this series. This is the part 2 of the Ninja series. So last time there were also 4 pens. And the next one is different. You know, it's kind of cool that these are a little bit different from pen to pen. So this is like a black body with the katana. This is like a navy body. And the trim is different too, right? So we go from black iron to gold. This one is called Kusarigama. It's this kind of weapon with the chain that the ninjas used to use. And that's with the full artwork of the pen. This is like, I'm not used to seeing the maki be such a vibrant, contrasted, I don't know. I'm not used to seeing the maki like in this style, I guess. So it's very visually like different from other maki pens. It's cool. These next 2 I really like because they actually have transparent bodies. So I think that's a really cool touch. This one is called Shachihoko, and it actually is an animal. It's like a mystical animal with like the body of a fish, a carp, and the head of, I want to say, a tiger or something. So this is the artwork on this pen. I'm not sure why. It's like, it looks like it's like raining. And there's like clouds. But it's kind of, it really stands out, this one to me. This one has rhodium trim and a rhodium nib, which is cool. And then this last one is actually my favorite. It looks so cool. I really love this dark gray transparent body.
Yeah.
And this is the star one. So the ninjas with their like throwing stars, which apparently like used to be not used to like, you know, like in cartoons, they're used to like actually like like hurt people when they throw the stars.
Okay.
But apparently they were used for like noise or something. Like the noise of the stars would like intimidate the opponent or something like that. I'm not sure.
You mean the cross-looking thing, right?
This thing.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, this one is called Star. And this is my favorite one. I think it's really cool. I love the top of the pen here with the clouds and the moon peeking out over. And then I love how it is transparent. And you can actually see the transparent, but you can see the Yubi Makie through it, like on one side. I think it's really a very cool pen.
I think they should collab with Naruto.
Do you think they would want to collab with Naruto, or do you think they wouldn't want to collab with Naruto? Because like, this is like real historical portrayals of ninjas versus not a cartoon. You know, versus a cartoon, or not a cartoon, an anime. Like, but like, you know, how do you think they would feel about that?
I grew for someone who grew up like following Naruto for a very long time. Yeah. It's like from like middle school to now, it's like more than half of my life. Naruto has some meaning to me.
For sure.
Yes. So I actually would appreciate if there is a mix of both. Okay. Because one shows the history and one shows something that grew up with me. Yeah. You know, I grew up with. Okay. I think it's cool to see both of them together.
I think if they did do a Naruto pen, people would love it.
Yeah, I think I think the if it's the traditional style, I think some of the I think the simpler style is probably much more appreciated in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up and last up, we have actually a very exciting thing that we talked about in last week's Catching Up when Selena came on and announced that she was actually going to be leaving her position here. She did share that her final project at Yoseka was this thing here called the Hobby Life. She worked on it with Ashley. They designed it. They designed the layouts inside. And I'm happy to announce that it's finally out. So be sure to check it out. The idea is it's a notebook for you to track your hobby. There's different layouts inside, for instance, the wish list and recommendations and collections, and then there's explore and discover, and finally there is expenses, because every hobby has expenses. And then there's some blank pages in the back for notes. Ashley and Selena wanted this to be very versatile for many, many hobbies. Yeah. And I have to say, I feel like they did a really good job making it that way, because I've spoken to a number of people about it and they all kind of feel like they can make their hobby fit Hobby Life.
Hobby Life.
Hobby Life. Yeah. What's your hobby life? Show us your hobby life. Yeah. You know, I hope you enjoy it. It's really, really cool. We hope that, I think like we gave Ashley and Selena this like assignment at the beginning of the year to work on something that people could really incorporate into their lives, into their stationery, you know, kind of like mixing their life and their stationery. So that is how Hobby Life was born. Right. And
they work hard on it.
They worked really hard on it.
They spend like a good chunk of their time at the beginning of the year to work on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did a good job. Yeah. So it's out now. I hope you guys enjoy it. We want to see how you use it. So definitely, you know, share on social media and let us see how you use it. Yeah. Cool. So that's about it for this episode of Catching Up with Yoseka Stationery. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a long one. We got a little chatty. Got a little chatty,
Too
but
chatty?
No, it's good. Like, I don't know. You let us know if it's good. Are you guys bored? I enjoyed the chat.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. I enjoy chatting with you.
Okay. We chat all day, Neil. Okay, thank you all so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye. Bye.